Welcome. We'll start with the last 25 questions for Geography Paper 3 for January 2017. Now the first question here talks about the theory of social physics. Now the theory of social physics was laid forward by Stewart and Warrens. So first is the correct answer here. Next question. Now again this question is on cultural geography. As I said, this time there were many questions on cultural geography. This talks about who emphasized that human cultures and is commonly equated with human geography. So the correct answer is Stamp. Stamp gave the concept and equated cultural geography with human geography. Now Ullmann, who talked about the three concepts of Ullmann that were asked in the paper 2. Now again the next question talks about where he did his studies. So his studies were mainly focused on United States and the economic structure of United States. Next, you have to match the correct names with the theory. So Burgess gave the concentric zone theory. You have Gottman, who talked about the megalopolis concept. Harris and Ullmann gave the multiple nuclei theory, and Jefferson talked about the primate city theory. We have already talked about all these in detail in the respective classes, so you can refer those. Now this talks about the various theories and the year. Now you know that the isolated state theory was given by von Thunen in 1826, and this was among the first of these theories. Then you have 1966, you have the central place theory in South Germany that was given by Christaller. Then you have 54, which was the Losch theory and the modification which was given as the economics of location, and finally the theory of industrial location given by Weber in 1909. So these are the correct matches for this question. Next, which of the following is not in conformity with the central place? Now central place is a settlement that provides services for the population in its hinterland is correct. The nesting and the hierarchy results in maximum number of central places, that's again correct and has been discussed in the Christaller theory. And the market area for different goods resemble the nets of hexagon. So his main focus was the hexagon shape. So only 3 is not the correct match and it does not explain the sentence correctly. So you have 3 as the answer here. He did not talk about how the variations took place with localized and ubiquitous raw material, which was focused under Weber's theory. Next is you have to match the various terms with the correct ones here. So isodepanes are the equal transport lines which were given by Weber. Then you have material index, which is the weight of localized material to the weight of the product. The labor coefficient, which is the ratio of the labor cost per unit product, and finally the agglomeration, which talks about advantage of the production due to the concentration of industry. So these are the correct matches for this question. Next, the gravity principle talks about it's directly proportional to mass 1 and mass 2 and inversely proportional to the distance between them. So directly proportional to the masses would be the correct answer here. Next question. Again this question is based on the contemporary information. So you have Dandeli Wildlife Park, which is located in Karnataka, Rajaji in Uttarakhand. You have Bandhavgarh in Madhya Pradesh and Indravati located close to Bastar. So you have Indravati as the correct answer here. Next question. Which of the following formalize the concept that there exists a relationship between the spatial organization and the national development? Now this is again a repeat question. So Friedman is the correct answer. Similar question was asked in paper 2. The next question here is, who wrote the book Growth Pole in Growth Centers for Regional Economic Development in India? This was given by Mishra, Rao and Sundaram, one of the most famous economists in India. The next question is, you have to match the crop and where they are grown. So the groundnut is grown in Gujarat. You have barley in Uttar Pradesh, rice in West Bengal and ragi in south states of Karnataka. So these are the correct matches. Next is, among the following, Aravalli is the oldest. You have Dharwar range, which focuses in Karnataka area, which is newer. Vindhyas are further newer and Shivaliks are the newest among these. So the oldest one would be Aravallis. Now next you have to match the various passes with the respective states. So you have Nathula Pass in Sikkim, you have Bomdila in Arunachal Pradesh, then you have the Shiplika Pass in Himachal Pradesh and Nitila Pass in Uttarakhand. So these are the correct matches. Next question. India is a multi-religious and multi-ethnic society. That's correct. The constitution offers to its citizen the right without discrimination on the grounds of religion, caste, creed or place of birth. So both of these are correct, but this reason does not explain the assertion. So I can say 2 would be the correct answer here. Next question. From north to south, the correct sequence for the rivers would be Subranekha, then you have Mahanadi, Godavari, Krishna, Kaveri, Krishna, Pennar, Kaveri and Vegai would be the correct sequence. So 2 would be the correct answer here. Next question. You have to match the conventional colors which are used with the land use patterns. So you have the forest which are dark green in color. You have the cultivated areas which are yellow. You have the uncultivated areas which are brown and the built up areas which are red. So these are the correct matches that are shown. The next question here is, which of the following uses both vector and raster data? So remote sensing uses only the raster data. However, GIS uses both vector and raster data for processing. So the correct answer would be Geographical Information System or GIS. 10 raised to power minus 6 is micrometers. 10 raised to power minus 3 is millimeters. So the correct answer here would be micrometer. Then this is 10 raised to power minus 9 and minus 12. Now next is, you have to mention the correct visible band. So the visible range, that's the VIBGYOR, and ranges from 0.4 to 0.7. Beyond red you would have infrared, and then you would have the thermal range, and beyond the violet you would have the ultraviolet. So less than 0.4 would be ultraviolet. So this would be ultraviolet, this would be visible. Then next to the red you would have infrared. So 0.8 to 1.1 would be infrared, and finally this would be the thermal range. So these are the correct matches. Next question. Now here what you are doing, you are already segregating the farmers as large, medium, marginal and small, and then you are working around the samples. So this is a kind of stratified random sampling. So you are doing random sampling, but you are stratifying them or classifying them into groups. So 2 would be the correct answer here. Next question. Now which is a non-quantitative distribution method? So multiple dots, isopleth, chloropleth are all quantitative methods. Choroschematic, chromatic are all qualitative methods. So the correct answer would be choroschematic. Under this you would mark W for wheat, R for rice, or you can draw wheat or rice crops here. So either by drawing or by labeling, you explain those on the map. So this is what is choroschematic. The next is, now again one of the tricky questions of the paper. This question talks about, like, first solve those on which you are 100% confident. So you have, this shows a perfect negative. So this is a perfect negative, that's correct. This is a kind of no correlation that is shown. This is a towards positive, less than 1. So correlation varies from -1 to +1. +1 is perfect positive. So this is less than perfect positive. So perfect positive all would be very close to the line. So this is close to perfect positive, and then you are left with this. Now this, we cannot say it's exactly a perfect positive. However, if we divide it into 2, I can say this section is perfect positive and this section is perfect negative. So since there is no other option, the only match would be this for perfect positive. So however, again note that this section is perfect positive and this is perfect negative. As we have seen here, this would be perfect negative, and another graph which would be this would be perfect positive. So you have the only match that remains would be 2 here. Next question. Which of the following equation represents a true mathematical characteristics of mean? Now here is sum of the square deviation would be minimized in the case of this, where you have, if we talk about median, that would be during the absolute deviation. However, if we take this as any number and we try to derive it or simplify it, we would have the variation or the sum of the square deviation that would come to be minimum with the mean. So even if you solve these with example, we have done this on our DoorStep tutor. So you have the detailed explanation there where we have solved this using the mean and the median, and we have calculated the values, and that comes out to be minimum for the case of mean in case of sum of square deviations. So the correct answer here would be 1. Now next is this question again. There can be two things. There could be either a misprint, or if there is not a misprint, then the correct answer would be 4. Now what is area sampling? Basically, if I have a map of India here and I want to locate the x-axis, I have the 0 here and I want to locate any point, say here. So this would be the x and the y coordinates, and then I would find the area of the sample. So area sample by random numbers requires the area under study, which should be gridded with 2 axes at right angle. So this should be not 2 area, it should be 2 axes at right angle, and the intersection of the rows and the columns would give us the location of the observation. So that would be based on the intersection of the rows and columns that you draw here, and that would give you the area under the sample. So if we consider this to be the axis, assertion is correct and reason is correct, and reason explains the assertion correctly. However, since it's area mentioned here, this comes to be incorrect. So this should be A is false and R is true in that case. So either you can say there is a misprint, or there is a kind of the examiner has willingly tried to make this question, this statement false. So if that is the case, you have A is false and R is true would be the correct answer. So with this we cover the 75 questions and we complete the paper 2 and 3 for geography. We'll be taking more lectures based on the topics which were asked in this time's paper in our upcoming lectures. Have a good day ahead.